I believe the Bible is full of contradictions and mistakes and errors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you think it's...
I can show you I
How
got.
do you know Moses happened then?
Why I believe Moses happened because in the Quran?
Do you think God has a body?
I believe God has characteristics, right?
I mean, like...
Can I? When you ask the question, let me finish answering.
I want to make sure I'm
All
defining.
right, go ahead. Ask your question again. I want you to be clear.
Do you think that he has like a physical body that you could touch?
I do not believe that God has a body like any of the creation, right? In the sense that, like, I can touch you in this worldly life. I don't even believe I can see God in this worldly life. I don't believe God becomes a human or is even like any of the creation. The Quran says, "Laysa kamithlihi shay." Right? There is nothing that can even be given a comparison to him, right?
Okay.
I do believe God has characteristics that he has told us about, and I do believe that in the hereafter we will see God.
Okay, I have two questions.
Go for it.
I'll start with, so you said there's nothing that can even be compared to God?
Nothing.
So, I mean, you still think man's created in this image, right?
I do believe that man was created by God, right?
Now, not in his image?
Well, I mean, that's an interesting concept, right? Because when you say in his image, what does that mean?
It
right?
means
Do you mean that God made humans and God is like those humans in a sense? Then I would disagree, right? But if you mean that in his image, that God created Adam as a full human being in his own image, in Adam's image, fi suratihi, meaning that Adam was never a baby, right? He was made full as a human, right? And do I believe that God has, for example, when he says he has a wajh, a face, or a yad, a yan, yes, but nothing like that of the creation.
So why do you think he uses those descriptive ways? Because he never describes himself as having like, well, he does actually sometimes use like wings or something.
I've never seen God have wings.
No, but he does use that description in the Bible to say, like,
really? What verse was that?
I will gather like Israel under my wings or something.
Right, okay.
As a way of describing,
okay,
like a way a hen gathers its chicks or something.
All right.
But my point is, he uses these descriptions. Reason he made us in his image. So when he does use those descriptions, we can understand it. So God gave us a physical arm.
Yes.
He has an arm. God does, but it's not like this.
Okay.
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 Now, I will say, when I say that, I'm gonna qualify a couple things real quick.
Okay.
Here's my next question, because I had two questions for you.
I got you.
When I believe it's Jacob, is wrestling the angel.
Okay.
He later says to his children, his 12 children, when he's about to die, that he has seen God and wrestled with God.
Oh wow.
How do you explain that?
That sounds like a contradiction in the Bible to me.
Physically, so you don't think so?
I believe the Bible is full of contradictions and mistakes and errors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you think it's...
I can show you I got.
How do you know Moses happened then?
Why I believe Moses happened because in the Quran.
Because it's read in the Quran.
It's in the Quran, yes. A perfect book.
Okay. And how do you know the Quran's perfect?
Because I've read it, I've studied it, word by word, letter by letter, verse by verse.
So you know it's true based on your knowledge?
What I have studied of it, yes.
How is that? You don't see the issue? Like, what if I said the same thing about the Bible?
Well, I would then ask you about some verses in the Bible and see what you would tell me about them.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do that.
So I would say...
So do you believe that Jesus was from the lineage of David?
Is he of the seed of David? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And that is in the Bible, right?
Yeah.
So in Matthew, was this the correct lineage then?
It could be. It depends on where you get your manuscripts from.
Well, but also...
This is the King James version that we're using. So I'm saying...
Because here's the difference. Because how we get our manuscripts from our Bible, it was something called, I believe it's called a free transmission.
Okay.
Which means there's no point in time where it was completely controlled by one group of people.
Like it wasn't centralized, but
it was centralized. King James centralized it. I mean, 1611.
But they didn't have complete control over all the manuscripts of the Bible. Nobody could have, because there were like tens of thousands. But here's the point.
I wanted
to answer his
I have heard of the Dead Sea Scrolls, and they do not have the New Testament in them, but go ahead. That's the Old Testament, by the way.
But I was saying, with something like that, you're looking at one of the genealogies.
Yeah.
What is your reasoning to assume that can't be the genealogy of the other side of the family?
Oh, so let's take a look at it, right? You have your Bible, right? So this is in Matthew. So Jacob begot Joseph, the husband of Mary, to whom was born Jesus, who's called Christ, right?
Wait, show me which verse you're in right there.
Matthew 1:16.
Okay. Yeah, I see it.
Okay. So which genealogy is this? This is Joseph's, right? Because it says begot Joseph. Am I correct in assuming that?
Second. What verse?
Take your time. 116. Can we move down a little bit towards the shade?
There's another
Kinda-
I love that.
I forget.
Yeah.
It's in Mark or
I don't want you to get all red and sunburned, man. Come on down.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, go ahead. So let's just take it one by one. So this is showing that all the way back to Abraham, Jesus comes from the seed of David, right?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Okay, sure. So this genealogy is to show that Jesus Christ came from the seed of David, right?
I mean, yes, that is its purpose.
Okay. And it shows all the way from Abraham begot Isaac, meaning Isaac was the son of Abraham. Isaac begot Jacob, meaning Jacob was son of Isaac. Jacob begot Judah. Judah was the son of Jacob, all the way down until Jacob begot Joseph. So Joseph is the son of Jacob, the husband of Mary. So this is Jacob, to whom was born Jesus, who's called Christ.
Yeah. So, do you know that there's another genealogy in the?
I do, but I just want to make sure that we're on the same page about this one before we jump to another
Okay,
one.
but
right?
could we see that other one too? Because
Sure.
I just yeah. I think. Well, I thought I'm not actually sure about this part, but I thought both of them had David and Abraham in it.
They do.
So
Yeah.
how would I just don't understand like your logic of how it would not be from the seed of David if
Okay.
both the genealogy of Joseph and of Mary have David.
Let me explain it if you
Okay,
don't.
yeah, explain.
So before we move on to Luke, which is the other genealogy, are we in agreement here that Jacob begot Joseph, the husband of Mary? So this genealogy goes through Joseph and his father to show that, even though he was a stepfather according to you, right? Not physical father, but the genealogy does go back to David, right?
I mean, he's from that. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think.
You seem a little confused.
David, I see
That's a pretty simple thing I'm asking.
Yeah,
It's not
I'm
a trick
trying to
question or
understand-
anything.
I'm trying to understand what you're trying to. Exactly, that's what I'm confused about. Yes, it is the.
I'm not trying to
genealogy-
confuse you.
It is the genealogy of Christ.
Through Jacob.
I mean, it says Jacob begot Joseph. And
Yeah, okay,
husband of Mary.
cool. All right, I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page.
Unless it's referring to, unless it's just telling you that Joseph was Mary's
Husband
husband, so
and the son of
he's
Jacob.
telling you.
Yeah, it could be of Mary, I guess technically. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry, what?
We were saying it could be of Mary's genealogy, but I'm not sure.
How would that be? Because this is why I wanted to make
Because
sure.
it says, and Jacob begot Joseph, the husband of Mary.
Yeah, so Jacob begot, meaning he had a son named Joseph, who was the husband of Mary. How could that be Mary then?
Are they siblings?
Oh, that was, okay, good.
They could have been cousins.
Well, I don't think cousins have the same father.
Begot.
Last I checked, unless you guys in the South have something different out here. But Jacob begot Joseph, and the word begot's used throughout. So I mean, Abraham begot Isaac, so it doesn't mean Isaac was the nephew of Abraham. It's a son of Abraham, right?
Okay, so what's your point
But
here?
I just want to make sure we agree first, because.
What I'm trying to say
Yeah.
is I'm not 100% sure which genealogy that is right now. There's two genealogies in the Bible.
Okay.
One tells the genealogy of Mary, and one tells the genealogy of Joseph.
So I'm not seeing those.
So what I'm saying there is with that one, it could possibly be saying begot, and then it's telling you Joseph, the husband of Mary, and Mary is the one that Jacob begot.
How could that possibly be? If it says Jacob begot Joseph, and even clarifies that
Jacob begot.
it doesn't stop. You're putting a pause that's not there, right? Did you see a comma or a full
No,
stop?
I understand
All
that
right,
there's
good.
no comma.
Good,
I'm just telling you.
because see, when you say something like "don't stop" or you say "don't stop," you change the meaning. So don't put a pause when there isn't. Throughout the genealogy, from Achem and Achem begot Elud, it doesn't mean Achem begot Elud. No, I mean it's going the same direction. It says Jacob begot Joseph, and it clarifies who Joseph was, the husband of Mary, not Mary. So